Well, welcome to the Honky Tonk Cabin, where we play country music exclusively by UK country artists. And in this week's show, we've got new music from 5 new releases and interviews with Eddy and the 507 and Bailey Tomkinson. Let's start with one of the new releases. This is The Rising and Highway to the Lost and Found.
This is Katy Hurt and you're listening to my brand new single, Sounds Good in a Bar.
Waiting tables, counting small change in a jar, writing tall tales on a napkin in the car. I'm not a poet, and I know it. And I may not be a star. Taking failures and finding ways to make them sound cool. Drinking too much and always acting like a fool. Falling down, it sure ain't fun, but it sounds good in a song.
Now, one band who's doing well at the moment are Eddy Smith and the 507. And we're going to have a chat with them in a minute, but first of all, here's their new release, Something for Free.
Landlord knocking at my door, saying, son, you can't live here no more. He smiled and said, I hope you understand. You see, I live a life of luxury, and if you can't afford to pay me, I guess I have to find somebody else who can. So I said, won't you give me something? Don't leave me here with nothing. Won't you give me something for free? You see, I've had a rough time lately. I've been kicked around going crazy. Won't you give me something for free? Taxman knocking at my door, saying, son, you got to give me some more. He smiled at me and then held out his hand. You see, this ain't a free country, you know. Now it's time to pay me what you owe. Now dig down deep and give me all you can. So I said, won't you give me something? Don't leave me here with nothing. Won't you give me something for free? Now I've lost everything that I own, and it's through no fault of my own. So won't you give me something for free? Tax man said something no can do. My hands are tied, I don't make the rules. Landlord turned his head and moved away. I tried to live my life as an honest man. Now the time has come to make my stand. So I'm gonna take back all I can today. And I said, won't you give me something? I ain't leaving here with nothing. Won't you give me something for free?
Delighted to have with us at the Honky Tonk cabin Eddy Smith and the 507. We're missing one of them because he's off getting married in Romania or somewhere.
He is, yeah.
But as well as Eddy, we've got Josh, Ash and Ricky. I've always, when I've listened to your stuff, I've always thought of you guys as a fairly bluesy sort of band. But your new song, Tick It Out of Here, is much more country. Was there any reason for that you went that way?
There's more money in country. Yeah. We sold out.
I think. Honestly, I think I tend to write what I'm listening to at the time. And I was listening to like a lot of country music over the last kind of couple of years. I've just really sort of rediscovered my love for it, and I kind of got inspired by bands such as Camp and Tyler Childers, who Ash introduced me to, and I just thought that it was a good time to write some country music. And also that song was written during the first lockdown, and I kind of spent a lot of time just myself with an acoustic guitar. So it's like there's nothing better to write on an acoustic guitar than some country music. So it just kind of came out, just kind of happened.
I think that gives us a pretty good excuse to play the song. And here it is, Tick It Out of Here.
It's been a long time coming, heading for the door. There ain't nothing for me here no more. I'm leaving. I've been dreaming for so long. This day would come and I'll be gone. No grieving, no grieving. Once I'm on the road, it's gonna be out with the old heart. And I'll be gone in the morning, and I'll be gone, my dear. I'm so low, I'll believe it. Now I got my ticket out of here, here, here. Weren't always bad, don't get me wrong. This was my home for oh so long. Remember, but I done my time where the rich man prays, and I'm moving on to brighter days forever, forever. Once I'm on the bus, no, you won't see me for dust, dust. And I'll be gone in the morning, and I'll be gone, my dear. I'm so low, I'll believe it. Now I got my ticket out of here, here, here. Tomorrow I'll be waiting on the one-way train to take me away from the pouring rain forever, forever. Just one last thing before I leave. I got a little bitty trick sitting up my sleeve. I'll show you, I'll show you. I got a ticket going free. Won't you come along with me, with me? And I'll be gone in the morning, and I'll be gone, my dear. I'm so low, I'll believe it. Now I got my ticket out of here, here, here.
But what are your main influences, you know, in terms of the way you've come through? What brought you together?
I don't know. I mean, it's evolved over time, really.
Yeah.
We started off as a cover band.
Yeah,
doing
we did one cover
Never
band.
mix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think most bands start out as cover bands, though. You know, you just got to
Well,
play
we
other
kind of
people's
started out
music.
like with a commitments band at uni, and then I
Yeah.
did that one gig.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
met Ricky. It was at university. We all went to the same uni, and we met because we were sort of put in a commitments tribute band together. And that's how we started playing.
We were really
together.
committed.
We were really. Yeah. And Ash came from. I feel like you came from rock, like Led Zeppelin. You came
I'm
from
quite funk and soul.
funk and soul. Josh, I feel like you were jazz, although you might hate me for saying
No,
that.
no, no. I was in a thrash punk band.
God, that's so wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have seen your hair then, Josh.
It was the same. It was exactly the same. It was just a change of t-shirt, really. I'm multifaceted in that I'll take money from anybody. Anybody who's paying, really. So,
Yeah, punk bands, jazz bands.
Yeah, the punk band.
No which pay actually.
If you, well, this is true. I mean, the punk band was, you know, it was more like a very expensive rehearsal throughout the north of England when we did a tour. But yeah, but like whenever I met these guys, they all sort of told me about all these other artists that I had never heard before, and I started going, okay, well, these guys are cool, and I kind of want to play with them because they're nice guys, and we've all become like, it was just like through music, I became a bit more friendly with these guys because I was very shy whenever I moved over, and it was through music that we were able to sort of bond and make a connection, and yeah, just sharing influences, going, what do you think about this tune, you know?
So how long has it been Eddy and the 507?
Too long.
Too long. Since I think I say like 2015.
Who disagree?
20
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
You say 2015.
I say
think it's been
2015.
longer.
I mean, we
got a
started
photograph.
playing, the first gig was 2013, and then started doing originals like 2014, but then we started taking it really seriously a little bit later than that.
Yeah, we all kind of became like self-employed, like as
Yeah.
musicians around like 2015 sort of time. So that's when I think of it as being technically that's when things started. But obviously because we met at uni,
What a photo, look at
we were
that.
all. That's our first ever gig.
Zoom in, come on, zoom in.
Yeah.
That gig was on our university
Sharon,
campus.
Yeah.
But that would have been like 2014.
Your first album, you actually crowdfunded. Was that because you couldn't find,
So that
or you didn't want to have a label?
Broke.
It was yeah. So it was partly because it was like a long time ago, and it was our sort of first project together as a band. So it actually never came to fruition, unfortunately. The person that we were working with, sort of one of those kind of classic situations where we were young, we were like naive, and we kind of trusted somebody that that didn't turn out to be who he said he was going to be.
That's 90% of the music business.
Right, which we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
So we basically ended up kind of just sort of ditching that whole project, unfortunately losing that money that we raised in the process. And I had no choice but to kind of find the funds elsewhere and to re-record the whole record, just to kind of honour the people that had contributed to that crowdfund. That we promised them a record, and they were 2 years later they were going, "Where's our record?" And we were going, "We don't know either. We'd love to know where it is as well." So we kind of started again, and we actually went with a friend of ours who was like great. He was like really sort of understanding of the situation and was kind of like lenient with us, kind of like financially. And it was we were able to basically ditch that project, start a new one, and come out with something that was even better than what we started with in the first place.
Because you'd gone through that experience.
Yeah, exactly. We came in with more experience.
We came
we had grown as musicians as well, and like the songs had grown and matured and developed, and we were able to kind of use that to base the songs that we recorded with this guy like 2 years ago. We were still playing those songs, but they had actually gotten better, since. And in a way, it was a massive blessing in disguise to just kind of cut and run, start again, and now we've actually got a product that we think, we're actually proud of this now.
And where do you go from here? What's the plans? I mean, you've got gigs, you're busy, you're at Blackpool this weekend, then you're down to Suffolk on Saturday, and then you're in London Sunday.
No. From here, I think we're just gonna like keep releasing music. We're gonna keep writing music. We're bringing out our new album next year. We've recorded it. We're currently still kind of working on it. Again, it's entirely self-produced, so we're doing this whole thing. Like, I'm mixing it and like kind of co-producing it with Ash and the rest of the guys, and we're taking our time with it, and we're making it exactly as we want it. We're going to bring that out. We're going to keep basically doing what we're doing, playing like these amazing festivals, meeting all these other like wonderful people, musicians, festival like promoters, and we've just signed an agency deal as well with Big I Am Agency, and we're doing some work with them. We're just kind of going to keep on keeping on, really. It seems to be working for us so far, so we're just going to keep on down the same path we're on and hope that it kind of leads somewhere.
And why the 507?
It goes back to our days at university. So when we first met, we would always rehearse in room 507. It was this dusty old room at the back of the campus that like no one ever knew about, and it just meant that it was always free and available. And even after we graduated from university, because we're freeloaders, our lecturers obviously felt really sorry for us, and they just kind of let us carry on using it for it was only like a year after we graduated.
Okay, and if I asked you for a song to play us out, what would you choose?
And I would say either The Good Times or Middle of Nowhere. I feel like Middle of Nowhere is the song that we didn't expect to like be very popular, but it was.
And I'm driving on a country road. The moon is bright like a light, but still don't know where I'm going. Oh, the unknown, far away from home. Oh, the unknown takes me home to unknown. Past a house with a light on, somewhere on a country road. Wipe the dust off the window. There was no one home. Go to the unknown, broken under every stone. Here the unknown, find a home unknown. On a head is somewhere. You're right in the middle of nowhere. On a head is somewhere. You're right in the middle of nowhere. Find an old man weeping somewhere down a country road. A false smile as he greeted me. He said, son, I never chose to fall to the unknown, far away from everyone I know. Yeah, the unknown, lost my home, unknown. On a head is somewhere. You're right in the middle of nowhere.
ain't picking up your phone, and you said you need time alone. Call me crazy, but I thought that meant you'd be spending it on your own. Maybe you could help me out. I need an answer and I need it now. Cause everybody's saying there's a game that you've been playing. The truth is getting way too loud. There's no smoke without a fire. There's no lies without a liar. Rumors come from observation. It ain't harmless conversation. There's been whispers round the corner. They keep dancing in my head. You say that they're only stories, but sometimes fiction is a fact. Have you ever seen smoke without a fire? Oh, smoke without a fire. Oh, it's only been a couple months, but that's enough for me to wanna trust. A real man doesn't just use words to make things up, cause that's how women hurt. Right now I'm hurting, cause of all the things I'm learning. There's no smoke without a fire. There's no lies without a liar. Rumors come from observation. It ain't harmless conversation. There's been whispers round the corner. They keep dancing in my head. You say that they're only stories, but sometimes fiction is a fact. Have you ever seen smoke without a fire? Oh, smoke without a fire. Oh, the ashes cover all your clothes. The truth always burns those darkened holes. Smoke without. There's no smoke without a fire. There's no lies without a liar. Rumors come from observation. It ain't harmless conversation. There've been whispers round the corner, and they keep dancing in my head. You say that they're only stories, but sometimes fiction is a fact. Have you ever seen smoke without a fire? Oh, smoke without a fire. Oh, I ain't ever seen smoke without a fire. Oh, smoke without a fire. Oh.
Well, that of course was Jade Helliwell and her new song Smoke, which has already made #1 in the iTunes country music charts. Now another young lady who's made #1 in the UK country music charts with this song, Silent Suffering, is Bailey Tomkinson, and we'll be talking to her as well in a minute.
No one can hurt you if all of your weapons are hidden on your shelf.
Tomkinson, delighted to have you in the Honky Tonk cabin. Now, Silent Suffering went to number 1, and you've also had number 1 in the albums charts.
Yes, yeah, I've had number 1 country charts and singer-songwriter iTunes charts, and the music video, I got all genre number 1 in the all genre iTunes charts, which is really amazing.
You beat people like Dua Lipa and
that's
things
just
like
mad.
that.
It is just absolutely mad. But I'm so fortunate that I've got, you know, so many people supporting me, and it's amazing. You know, I couldn't have done it without, you know, people buying the song and sharing it and supporting me. So.
And your mum and dad give you lots of support?
Oh, my parents are just the best. You know, I've supported me through everything I've ever done. They've been, you know, front row at every show I've ever done since I was like 11. You know, my dad, I can't drive yet. I'm still learning to drive. My dad drives me around to all my gigs still, and you know, I'm very, very fortunate.
Now, you're also, I've seen you classed as one of the Kernofornia. What's that about?
Kernofornia, so it's like California cool. It's like surfy, like surf music. It's kind of like it's like, you know, like someone says you got that California vibe. It's like that, but it's like Kernofornia because Kerno is Cornwall.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like there's a real little scene in Cornwall. Like it's just amazing. You've got so many musicians, and there's so much talent coming from Cornwall at the moment. It's amazing, and it's there's definitely a spotlight on it at the moment. I've got, you know, a few friends like my friend Daisy, she's amazing, and Sam, and all doing amazing things. So
yeah, I was going to ask you about Daisy, because you and Daisy have just done a duet together recording, and I was going to ask you what it's like working with her and whether that was a random thing, but obviously not. How did it happen? How did you decide to do it together?
Well, me and Daisy are friends, and we're both big Taylor Swift stans. So, so we were like, it was the Folklore album came out, and we were both talking about it, and we like, I think it was I kind of approached her about it. I kind of, you know, was thinking, we both love Folklore, we both love Taylor Swift. Why don't we together just cover a song? I've never released a cover or anything. I'm not someone that does covers very often, and I thought if I'm going to do one, I'll do one with Daisy because she's got just the most angelic voice ever. And we did Betty because we just went through all the songs, and we thought we'd do it as like a almost call and response, like you were telling the story. And that one's my favourite on the album because of the narrative, and something Taylor Swift has always done very well, and I've always been very I've always kind of idolised her for this, is her songwriting, and that was partly why I wanted to write songs, was because, you know, she really connects with people and tells a story, and her narratives are just, you know, so honest, but also like you feel like she's your friend and you're like someone's telling a story. And so Betty was definitely the obvious choice for us.
Betty, I won't make assumptions about why you switched your homeroom, but I think it's 'cause of me. Betty, one time I was riding on my skateboard when I passed your house. It's like I couldn't breathe. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times, but this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Betty, I know where it all went wrong. Your favorite song was playing from the far side of the gym. I was nowhere to be found. I hate the crowds, you know that. plus I saw you dance with him. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times, but this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. I was walking home on broken cobblestones, just thinking of you when you pulled up like a figment of my worst intentions. She said, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights, slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long. I dreamt of you all summer long. Betty, I'm here on your doorstep, and I've planned it out for weeks now, but it's finally sinking in. Betty, right now is the last time I can dream about what happens when you see my face again. The only thing I wanna do is make it up to you. So I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. I showed up at your party. Will you have me? Will you love me? Will you kiss me on the porch in front of all your stupid friends? If you kiss me, will it be just like a dream did? Will it patch your broken wings? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Standing in your cardigan, kissing in my car again. Stopped at a street light, you know I miss you.
Your last record caused quite a stir, Bright Red. You got coverage in the Times, and there aren't many artists that get that coverage. And you were quite upset about what happened at Carbis Bay.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So I don't usually write, super politically, but as a writer, when you're upset about something, you write about it naturally. I did it as a co-write with a guy called Luke Simpkins, and I was really upset about it because that's my local area, somewhere I care about, the people I care about, and once you concrete over something, you can't unconcrete it. And I paddleboard around there a lot. The song's about a few other things, like how 1 mile away from the Carbis Bay Hotel, where the world leaders are going, 1 in 3 children born into poverty, and schools are underfunded, and just a lot of things that I was very frustrated with. So I wrote that song, and it's had enormous support, especially from Cornwall, surrounding the song.
With some of the number ones you've got, you also got it because you're an unsigned artist.
Yes.
Now you've got a manager now as well.
Yeah, I've got management, I've got a booking agency, and I'm with Select Talent Roster. And
I suppose, why do that, and how's that working?
Well, I think it's great to have a team around you of people, and I think sometimes you need, that help getting more shows and all those. Well, someone dealing with your show bookings, and managers do a lot, and yeah, I think I was just in a position where I needed some help with everything, because I was getting a lot of stuff coming in, and I needed someone to help me professionally with it all. And I think an artist, when they get to that point in their career, it's those kind of things start coming in. But yeah, I'm still unsigned. I've got some label interest, which is very exciting.
Have you got plans to release either more singles or more albums? What's in store for us?
So on the 17th of September, When the Lights Went Out is available on all streaming platforms, so you can pre-save that now. And then I've got a few singles lined up. I've got something very exciting happening next year, and a EP hopefully out next year as well. So
Great.
Keep your eyes peeled.
So you're doing lots of work in the studio at the moment, getting it all finalised.
I've done the work in the studio. We've recorded the songs. I was just putting them out and getting them mastered, and yeah, lots of exciting things.
Well, I look forward to the new song.
Thank you.
And what's it called again?
When the Lights Went Out.
We were never serious, holding hands on dim-lit streets, laughing in the August heat. But I was yours. I saw you watching over me, racing down the boulevard. I was just a counterpart, dirt cheap. You were never mine, and I never got over that. Now the lights go out when I think of you. Oh, oh. When the lights went out, am I just your ghost? Do you find us by the golden coast? Does she have a look of me? This would come around. You dance with me on holy ground, stranded in the waiting room. That's when I figured you out. You're never mine, and I never got over that. Now my lights go out when I think of you. Oh, it's not a crime, and I honor that. I was all you wanted. When the lights went out, when the lights went out. Oh.
Little boy, he was loved, but not quite good enough. Her kiss is sweet, but his father's touch was a little rough. Love always made him wanna pull away, and that's what he did, 'cause he couldn't see another way. Father's angry words playing on repeat. He never looked too deep inside for fear of what he'd see. And as soon as he'd get home, he'd want to run away. So he left them, 'cause he couldn't see another way. I don't want to see everything you see, even though your darkness stays a little piece of me. But now I know why you'd always turn away, despite trying every day. You couldn't see another way. Who's naughty and who's nice. He keeps his southern whiskey and his bitterness on ice, and he rails at the injustice every day. And he never stopped, 'cause he couldn't see another way. I don't want to see everything you see, even though your darkness stays a little piece of me. But now I know why you'd always turn away, despite trying every day. You couldn't see another way. As he was, but nothing she could do to prove that he would be enough. So he told her that he was poorly made, and he left her 'cause he couldn't see another way. I don't want to see everything you see, even though your darkness stays a little piece of me. But now I know why you'd always turn away, despite trying every day. You couldn't see another way.
Now, one of the joys of putting this program together is finding artists that I hadn't heard before. And Kate Ellis, who you've just heard, was one of those, with that beautiful song, Another Way. And to close out the program for this week, here's another new artist to me, a guy called Matt Hodges, great singer, great voice, and his song, How Could You?
I never thought I'd be the one to lose and just try to bring me down. I dare you, I'll be a hero, I'll change this world. I didn't see the storm coming from above. 'cause I don't need it. The times we had are simple but true. I just can't handle this. And how could you? For help, 'cause I don't need it.